Hi everyone on YouTube. And just give me a second. We're going to make sure we're live on Facebook. And then we'll get started. Have a nice little project tonight. All right. Just need to log in. We should be up now. All right, there we are. Hi. So sorry that took a hot minute. My husband was ordering pizza, and if you know me, you know I have dogs. I have beautiful boxers and a little yippy Chug, who is part Chihuahua and part Pug and all ugly. But she's sweet as can be. She was a rescue, so she barks at everything. Anyway, so welcome to Tuesday night. I hope you poured yourself a glass of wine. I know I did. I'm ready. So cheers. Here we go. Okay. So I have this board that you can see. I think you can see it there. And it is from, it's from the hobby store. So because it's wood, we're going to go ahead and wax it tonight. Make sure that our transfer doesn't stick to us. This is the wax that I use to protect my transfers. And it really just brings out the rich grain of the wood. So it's not going to hurt the wood at all. Typically I do this before I go on air, but I wanted you all to see and understand the importance of protecting your transfers, because I did do a project on one of these boards, and it did not, it did not, I did not wax it first. So unfortunately, because I didn't wax it first, I got a little bit of wood grain on my transfer, and that does kind of cause a problem when I use it again. So important to do this. I want to get those little knot holes. Make sure we get those good. All right, if you're on Facebook, if you can say hi so I know you're there. Let me know how your day's going. Did you pour yourself a glass of wine, or did you have a crazy day like me? You know, I love my job. I have a lot of fun. Some days are more demanding than others. I'm a safety specialist, so some days things get a little crazy. All right, I'm gonna switch this around and do this end. So I had planned to do a wreath this weekend, and time got away from me, as it does. And I didn't get the wreath. I studied it, I learned how to do it, I'm ready to teach it. The problem is I don't have the project sort of 2/3 done, so you don't have to sit through a 2-hour video while I finish the project. So I'm going to work on that sometime this week, and we'll get to that. But this is one that I really wanted to do as well. Hi, Lindsay. Hope you're still with me. Say hi if you are. All right, so you want to look at your wood too. You know, what do you want those knot holes to be in your design, or do you not want them to be in your design? How can you work with maybe the natural part of the wood? So, so take a look at that. I actually am not going to chalk on that top part. I'm going to be chalking on this bottom part. I have a sort of a large wall in my dining room that I want to put something on, and I thought this would be kind of fun. So the stencil that I'm going to use, I've used a little bit before. It's sort of loved. As you can see, it's a little bit loved, but I love this one. And it's a big one, so we're gonna take the paper off of it instead of taking it off the paper, because we don't want it to stick to itself if we can avoid that. I do have a pretty good sticky on the back of this one, so we're gonna want to make sure that we take care of that. Don't want it to stick to this wood so good that I can't get it off without stretching it, causing, you know, some damage to my stencil. So we're not going to use this whole design. All I'm going to use is Simply Blessed. So I'll figure out where I want this so that it's somewhat in the middle. I think it would be really pretty with the vines around it, but we're not going to do that because I have something else planned. So I'm not pushing down the whole stencil or the whole transfer. I'm just doing the area that we're going to be chalking. And you want to feel, you want to feel to make sure that there's nothing, no bubbles, no nothing sticking up that might, or maybe you got a little piece of fuzz from your towel. You want to make sure that that isn't underneath one of your under your transfer, where it could keep you from being able to get that color on there. So I thought about doing black because I'm going to use a little bit of this buffalo plaid. So I thought about doing black down here. But the more I think about it, the more I think maybe I need a little color. So how about we do, this is Tide. This is a beautiful color. If you can see that, can you see that? It's a beautiful color. And I think it would look really nice in my dining room where I'm gonna hang this. Excuse me. So let's do that instead of black. All right. So after I used this the last time, I put a little mist of distilled water on it before I closed it up. But it's so it looks pretty good. I'm probably going to add a little bit more because we live out here in the desert where things dry out pretty easily. We don't want this toothpaste sort of consistency. We want it to be sort of like yogurt. So I'm just going to go a little bit, just a little tiny bit. That's a great thing about this mister that from Chalk Couture. It really regulates how much you put on there. Like you can't go crazy. So it helps to control that. So that looks really good. There's no lumps and bumps in there. Really happy with that. Okay. Get this out of the way. I have got so many projects going on, since I cleared things out of the house for Christmas. I'm gonna have the sweetest housekeeper's gonna come clean my house tomorrow, and then I'm hoping to really get the rest of my decorations sort of back in place. Or I like to put up new stuff after the holidays. It kind of makes things feel good. So anyway, we're going to just make sure that we're covering all of the transfer areas. I want to get them covered really good. I'm not feeling any bubbles, so that makes me happy, very happy. I love this color. And then we're going to put the rest of our chalk paste back in the container so that we'll have that for the next project, so that your chalk paste lasts a long time. While I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you that we're here in Boulder City. Michelle and I are doing a sip and chalk, and we're so looking forward to that. We're doing appetizers and wine, and we're gonna do the cutest stencil. We're also gonna do some tea towels to match the project that they're making, so it'll be kind of fun for them. So if you're interested in that and you're in our area, you know, message me, drop a message down there, and we'll make sure we get you on our RSVP list. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pull this up. Now, whenever you take a large, especially a large transfer off, you don't want to just yank it from one corner. You want to be sure and sort of pull it evenly so that you don't, oh, look how pretty. You don't want to stretch your transfer. Oh, I love this color. All right, that came out beautiful. Looks like I had a little tiny bleeder there, but I'll fix that. It doesn't look bad. All right, so I'm gonna dry this so that we don't smear anything. I have a handheld heat dryer, and I use this so that we can continue to work on things without causing any damage to our design. We want to get it nice and dry, but you can at home just use your blow dryer, or you can just let it air dry. You can use your blow dryer on cool, or you could just let it air dry. You can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see that it sort of changes color when it's dry. It's really pretty. All right. That's pretty dry, so I'm liking that. So the other thing we're going to do is we're going to add this wreath to the top here. I'm going to hang it. I'm going to attach it to the back. Not really sure how I wanted to do that yet. If I wanted to do the whole, ribbon like this and attach it, or if I just want to fold it in half. I really don't want one seam, so I'm thinking that I might fold it this way and sort of hot glue it down a little bit. So we're going to do that really quick. Get some things out of the way here. So I have my heat gun going here, my glue gun, and I'm going to go ahead and try to, can you see what I'm doing? You can't, can you? Do it over here. There we go. So I'm going to put a little glue here on the edge and just sort of fold it in half, or fold it down a little bit. There we go. So this is sort of a muslin fabric that I found at the hobby store, and I really just fell in love with it. So this is the fabric that I'm going to use to do the wreath when I get that project ready for y'all, and I'll make sure that I advertise that one really well, so that, because you're all going to want to see it, because it's really super cute. You're going to want that one. So, all right, we're going to flip this around and do the other side. But always be careful with glue, you know, it's hot and it will stick to you. And do a little drip here. I think that I like this a little better than the whole thing. Still be careful when you're pressing it down, because that glue goes through the muslin and it's hot. So, all right, so now I'm going to take my wreath here, sort of fuss with it a little bit, get it the way I want it, and decide where I want to. I think I want to add the ribbon right here. If you can see, I'm going to loop it around. I'll loop it around here. And get out as much of the vine as you can, because you know, you want the fullness of the vine. So now I'm going to glue this back down to the back side of the ribbon or muslin. Oh, wouldn't you know, I'd run out of glue while I'm on the air. I don't know if I have glue. All right, y'all are gonna have to excuse me a quick hot minute while I run and get some paste. I'll keep talking to you so you know. Oh, here it is. Awesome. I was a little more prepared than I thought I was. I'm glad I didn't have my pajama bottoms on, because usually I have my pajama bottoms. That would have been embarrassing. All right, so a little bit of hot glue there. And I'm going to attach it to the back. Hold it down really good. While that dries, I'm just gonna make sure that my wreath's kind of the way I want it. I've had this wreath for a while. I've used it for a couple different things, and I thought this would be kind of fun. I've seen some of this on some of the craft pages that I belong to, and it looks really pretty. So now I'm gonna take our wreath and decide how long I want it. I don't want it really short. I think I want it to kind of come down a little bit towards our chalk paste. I could probably fuss with this thing for days, but we won't do that for the sake of time and your sanity. All right, so I'm just gonna decide if that's kind of in the middle, and I'm gonna flip it over. We're gonna hot glue it again. Hot glue is great because honestly, you can just pop it right off. A lot of surfaces you can just pop it right off of once you're done. So this should hold it pretty good for us. And I should be able to take it off when I'm finished with this. But I kind of like this, so I'm probably gonna leave this up for quite a while. It suits my home. All right, on there pretty good. So if you can see then, we have the wreath hanging there, Simply Blessed right below it. I'm glad we didn't do the black, although I think the black would have been stunning. I really love this color. Now, you could do more. There's transfers. You could add flowers, but I'm very simple, so I like the simple things. And this is kind of a simple design for me, and I like this. I'll get crazy once in a while when I feel the urge to get a little nuts, but so I like this. I just want to tell you that I'm excited about doing our next project with it's going to be a wreath, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be petals made out of that that buffalo check muslin, or whatever that is. Maybe I've had too much wine already. Anyway, I think it's going to be really pretty, and you're not going to want to miss that. So I'll start working on that. I do want to let you know that my designer has been at a team lead conference, and the things that are coming out in February are incredibly beautiful. So if you're thinking about doing some shopping and you want to do spring, summer kind of decor in your home, maybe you've had enough of the snow, maybe you've had enough of the cold, and you're just really ready to be over that, then wait till our catalog comes out on February 3rd, and you'll enjoy seeing all the new things. There's some new surfaces, there's a ton of new transfers, lots of awesome ideas, and I think you'll enjoy that. So if you're interested in doing sort of a subscription kind of thing where you can get transfers like this once a month in little packets of paste, where you can try it out and see if it's something you really enjoy doing, or if it's something that looks good in your home. I don't know why it wouldn't. That is $19.99 if you're interested in that type club at the bottom. If you're interested in my special prices on my VIP page, type VIP and I'll add you to my VIP page. Also, if you are interested in maybe diving in and you've been watching my videos, you've been watching other videos with all the great designers that we have at Chalk Couture, and you're ready to dive in, maybe this is something for you. Maybe you'd like to look at our starter kit, which is $99. It's $250 worth of product in February. I believe it's $280 right now until the end of the month. So if that's something you're interested in, type that in the bottom that you want to jump in, that you're ready to go, and let me know. Otherwise, I want to say goodnight. Enjoy your wine. Oh, if I can see that there. There you go. There we go. Have a great evening. Relax, put your feet up, and I'll see you later.